Welcome back to Empowerment with Dr. Josefina, and I'm Laura Guttridge. Now we'd like to take a couple moments to thank some of our sponsors.
Yes.
We'd like to thank Valerie,
Heather, Susan,
Susan
Angela.
Sarah, all the girls at Salon V for
Yes.
fixing our hair for us. They do such a lovely job. We'd like to thank them today, and also Jasmine's Boutique for providing Josefina with some of her lovely outfits that you'll see her wearing on the show. And then I can't forget my mom for letting us wear some of her antique jewelry from her antique shop, Celeste Antiques in Bellevue, Florida.
Okay, let's put the show on the road.
Yes, we're continuing change, and today it's the empowerment principles of daily change, a continuation from our other program on change. You know, most of us are afraid of change. I know I am. You know, we're afraid of the unknown and the uncertainty that comes along with change. Why is it? Why are we so afraid of the unknown?
Because human beings, they like familiarity.
Yes.
They like to be everything that where you know, everything that is familiar to you. But the paradox in life is that life is all about change. Because when you look around your environment, everything that is alive is constantly changing. And if it is not changing, it's because it's dead. So get used to the idea that change is okay. Uncertainty is okay. Mystery is okay. Aren't you more interested in somebody who's very mysterious? Something that is, you know,
Sure.
you want to find out what the newness. I think it's
Right.
exciting.
Yes, we should welcome the mystery.
Yeah,
of
and it's the
change.
fear, you know, the fear that what's going to happen to me. But in reality, when you put aside your fear and that uneasiness about change, then you really embrace your life. And that's when you really empower yourself, when you embrace change and when you embrace fear, when you embrace the unknown, the things that are not familiar to you, because that's the only time we learn.
Right, and when you're accepting change, that's when you're really living your life, I think. If you're stuck in a rut and you're always doing the same thing, that's not living.
No, it's not.
And
It's dying.
Right. Yeah, just staying in one place.
But
we don't want to do that.
But you mentioned something about acceptance. One of the key ingredients for change is, number one, that you have to accept yourself as you are right now. So the acceptance is key ingredient, because acceptance brings you into the awareness about, wow, I think it will be good for me to change my life in whatever area is, whether it's your health, whether it's your relationship, your career, your profession, your children, in every area. So that's the main thing, that we have to accept the situation as it is right now and do the best we can with it.
Right, and in the lesson you talk about there's 3 things that can occur when change is taking place. It will either stay the same, get worse, or get better. So, you know, it's not such a horrible thing to venture out into.
Absolutely not. And you know why? Because 99% of the time it gets better. You know, when you reach bottom, the only way you can go is up.
That's right.
So that's awesome. When you're at the bottom of the thing, you know that you have to go up. And that's what gives you the hope and then your passion to really get away from that.
Absolutely. That's what prompts change to occur when you
had enough.
Right. Doing something about this. But also you talk about in the lesson that nothing is impossible, and that we as human beings can think our way through any situation. That leads us into the impossible.
Yeah, because, you know, look at, you have the word impossible, you know, right? So what happens, if you take away the I and the am, it becomes possible. So always, and then you see I am possible instead impossible. So those are the things, I think that's what the mystery of life is so fabulous, because you can go from the impossible to the I am possible.
That's like making lemonade out of lemons, you know?
Exactly.
Take something that's, you know, impossible and turn it into something that is possible.
Absolutely. You know, that's the using the mystery, the unknowingness of life. Now, when you start changing the way you look at things, then the thing you look at they will change. So we have to, like we talk about in another show, about shifting your paradigm, meaning your belief system.
Right, and letting the past go. We talk about in the lesson, letting the past go, because the future is where you're going to spend the rest of your life.
Exactly.
And when we were going over the lesson, you had brought out from your little Zen book a little story that I thought was very interesting, and we thought we should share it. The story goes like this. 2 monks were once traveling together down a muddy road. A heavy rain was falling. Coming around the bend, they met a lovely girl. She was also a prostitute. She was dressed in a silk kimono and sash, and she was unable to cross the intersection. "Come on, girl," said the first monk, lifting her in his arms. He carried her over the mud. The second monk did not speak to him again that night until he reached the lodging temple. Then he could no longer restrain himself, and he said, "We monks don't go near those types of females. It's dangerous. Why did you do that?" The other monk replied, "I left the girl there." The first monk said, "Are you still He said, "Are you still carrying her?"
Yeah.
So he was letting him know that I did it. It's done.
It happened
it's
this
over.
morning.
Yeah, get over it.
Exactly. It happened this morning, and it's evening time, and you're still carrying her with you. And you have to be extremely careful, because you can never move on into the next level, that whatever you want to reach, if you are not willing to let the past go. You have to free yourself and start looking at yourself from a different angle, to a renewed person. Not only the main thing that we need to renew is our mind, because the first thing, every change, meaningful and lasting change, start first in your mind. So you have to renew yourself by letting go of the past, because what you're doing is recreating the past over and over and over, and that holds you back from moving forward. Isn't that pathetic?
It is.
That you keep going into the old thing, the old thing, the old thing.
But what else do we do when life throws us a dagger?
Oh, baby, you can catch it 2 ways. You can catch it by the handle, or you can catch it by the blade. If you catch it by the handle, by the blade, you can get yourself injured. You can cut yourself. But if you catch it by the handle, then you can fight your way through.
I love
That's
that.
what you do when life threw you a dagger or lemons. You make lemonade, and you put a lot of honey in it, make it very sweet, or maple syrup.
Make the best out of a bad situation.
Exactly. Anything else?
I guess that's it. Well, do we have time for one more little thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
There was something else in the lesson that I thought was very interesting. You referred to it as inverse paranoia, and it's the belief that everything that happens is a part of a conspiracy to make you more successful.
Exactly. Whatever is happening in your life, you have to look at it this way. It's a conspiracy from the universe to help you to excel.
It's brilliant. I love
It is
that.
fabulous.
And I've been thinking about that ever since I read it in your lesson.
Yeah, because instead of thinking that everything is after you, everybody is after you, well, why not to turn it around? I love turning things around. Like from impossible to possible. From thinking that the universe, why is this happening to me? No, this is happening to me because it's a conspiracy for the universe to provide me with everything I want. Do we have to go?
Worked out for her.
Okay, baby, thank you very much. Mwah. We're taking a break, and we're coming back with the lesson. Thank you.
Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.